Healing Process, Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Let the healing process begin.
This is the healing process coming your way today, folks. When it comes to dealing with the challenges, the changes and crises of life, it is important to seek help early. Don't sit around sucking your thumb until that chassis is on the road. The earlier you seek help, the shorter and easier it will be, because there will be less of a mess to deal with. Contrary to popular notion, counseling is not just for crazy people. It's for anyone who can benefit from an outside objective expert perspective to help them enjoy their little lives to the fullest. I am Dr. Phil.
And I am Claire, sending greetings your way from our beautiful island of St. Lucia. Whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, we welcome you. To our first-time listeners or viewers, we send special greetings to you. To those in the diaspora and the globe at large, we are so elated that you have chosen to join us. And we want to touch your life in a meaningful way.
Of course we do.
That's what we want to do. And our mission is simple. Let's remind you that it is to equip you with the tools, truth, and encouragement you need to live your life to the fullest. And the thing is, you are the only one that can live your life to the fullest.
That's right.
Nobody else can do it for you. So we know for a fact that it's not always sunshine. Sometimes there's rain, thunderclouds, storms. But we know that healing is a journey. And we can engage to walk this journey together.
Yes.
Sometimes the road may be gentle, sometimes not so gentle. But the important thing is that we take a step forward.
That's right.
Making that first step is important. Yes. So we welcome you once again, and we hope you can stay with us for the balance of the program.
Yes, and of course there's something exciting at the end of it all. And more so as the Christmas season is coming up, we want to enhance our giveaway. So it is in your best interest to stay tuned. I might think of a Christmas bonus of maybe $500 at the end of the day. So keep on calling. And we are hoping, Claire, at the end of the day, that somebody who's really in need of that money would get it. And folks, if you know that you don't really need it, you can tell us in advance somebody you'd like to give that money to, that check of $200, so that we can put that person's name in the box. That would be a great thing. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, and we've been speaking about letting go. We started the topic last week, and we're going to continue because it's a broad topic.
Keena, did you let go of that flu?
That's something else, Dr. Phil. That's
right.
something else. But I'm a lot better, thanks. I did everything that I was told to do, and I'm
Beautiful.
a lot better.
Beautiful.
That's great, that's great.
I got in my crystals, did what I was told to do. I got the baking soda, did what I was told to do, and I'm a lot better. Thank you so much.
There we go. When we take heed
Oh, yeah.
to experience, we get healing.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we know for a fact that it's difficult for some of us to let go of our past. It is difficult. And life experiences affect us in a variety of ways, different ways.
And here, Claire, we can again inject our unique temperament that were given to us by our Creator. Would it determine our attitude towards people, places, and things, and it would take its toll on letting go also.
Yes, and some people may find it a lot easier to move on. Some would carry the pain inside. You see them moving on, but the pain is inside because
That's
they
right.
have not dealt with it. But on the outside, it's like a facade. They hide the pain. And some, it has a lasting impact on them. Some persons, unfortunately, carry whatever it is that caused them hurt,
Yes.
and they refuse to let it go. They carry it until the day they die. Isn't that something?
Well, as we know, some wait until probably a loved one has passed to decide to go to the cemetery to bring a closure, and there they pour out their hearts. Now, it could be therapeutic, but I'm afraid we spend so much time on the deceased while the individual is alive. We should really take the opportunity to make amends, to exonerate, as we said last week. I hope that you remember the meaning. The next one, exoneration, is true forgiveness. Then we have the second one, which is exoneration. We have release. And we hope that you can make use of these opportunities while you are still alive.
Yes, because time waits for no man.
Yes.
And it seems like only yesterday we were here, and we're back here.
2
So
weeks has
whatever it
passed
is-
already.
Whatever it is you have to do, it is better to go ahead and start. Because I remember when I was doing the master's program, I said, oh my goodness, 2 years. And I said, you know what, I better start. And it came so quickly. And now it's how many years ago?
Definitely.
Yeah, so sometimes we think of time and we procrastinate, but do what you have to do now, because time does not wait for us. And in terms of the persons who hurt us or the persons we love passing away,
Yes.
and there's unresolved conflict, we wait until the person passes away to try to resolve the conflict when it's too late.
Today, before we move on deeply into the balance of the program for today, I would want for us to really keep an eye, or our hearts really, on releasing. It is called a form of forgiveness. It's not really a form of forgiveness. It's a form of releasing, letting go. It's a form of letting go, sorry.
Yes.
So first of all, we have exoneration, Claire, in which the person counted the cost and decide that I am going to bear the cost. And they allow the person to receive a new slate from them.
Yes, a clean slate.
A clean
And that's
slate.
because the person sincerely apologized and took responsibility.
I want for us to listen to that, because we go through quite a bit of pain not understanding what biblical forgiveness is and what release is. And we have people blackmailing us. Some people say to spouses, especially if they know they have a religious background, especially from the Christian community, but we have so many religious backgrounds who actually embraces forgiveness. And spouses may blackmail. You said you're Christian or so, and you're supposed to forgive me. But the process of forgiveness was never put into play, never came into play. We explained that last week, where the person would show evidence of sorrow. I hurt you. I caused you untold pain. I have counted the cost. I am showing signs that I'm sorry. Then the person can pull back and decide for themselves whether they are willing to absorb the cost of letting you go.
Yes, and when we speak about letting go, it takes love to let go. You must love the person, and we've explained what love is.
That's right.
It's an intense desire to please God and to do good to mankind. So when you letting go, you're actually doing it out of love, because it does not mean that you stop caring for the person
Right.
when you let go. It just means I can't do it for someone else. Whatever it is the person is going through and you cannot let it go, whatever is happening, you can't do it for someone else. You can only do it for yourself. So to let go does not mean to stop caring. to let go is not to cut yourself off. You don't cut yourself off from the person, but it's the realization that I cannot control another.
Yes, especially in the case of parents. A couple may have a child, and they cannot get along. They just cannot get along. They are consistently fighting, but they have someone in common, or something in common. They love the offspring of their loins. Both of them love that child, but they cannot get along. So they can agree, after reassuring the child, it's not for you. You didn't do anything wrong. Mommy loves you, daddy loves you, but adults usually have issues. They have problems that they need to deal with apart.
And yes, and we may have expectations of the other person, and
Yes.
it's not happening. So when you let go, you're saying, I have no control over that person.
Yes.
Person is responsible for their own behavior and what they choose to accept or not accept.
Let me take a point a little further, the point I was making about when a child involved in the process of letting go, Claire. We would want to stop the row, the division, by not using that child against the parent, one of the parents. Sometimes the child is residing with the mom, and it is tempting to find out what's going on by dads through the child. That's not healthy. That's abuse. That's a child. And we shouldn't use the child as a counselor, telling the child our problems, why dad is not with us, why, what he did today, how I'm feeling, come and talk to mommy. This is abuse. The best we can, if we really let him go, if we have forgiven the parent of our child, we need to show it by not entertaining negativity from the child after spending some time with one of the parents.
And you find that happening with parents when they have young children.
Yes.
And there's some problem with the other partner. They speak to the child about it, go into detail about what your father is doing, what your mother is doing, and that poor child is there listening. And maybe the child might even offer some recommendations. And they would say to you, somebody has said to me, oh, my child counsels me.
And I think it's a good thing.
Yes, but it's not. Really, it's not the best. This is a heavy burden to lay on a child. The child is at an age where he or she is supposed to be playing, having fun, meeting other children, and there you are pouring all your burdens and troubles on that child.
Yes, you should be seeing a counselor. Don't turn your child into a counselor. This is role reversal.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not how we should go.
But Claire, I would like the point to get across that letting go, if you let go in a relationship, you would not now seek to punish the individual. That's not love.
Mhm.
That's not understanding.
That's why we said it takes love.
Yes.
Yes, and to let go doesn't mean you're enabling the person. Say the person is involved in something and they refuse to take responsibility and leave that behavior, that unhealthy behavior. If you're letting go, it doesn't mean you're enabling the person. You're not doing that. What you're doing, you're allowing the person to learn from their own experience, giving them time, hopeful that they would learn. And maybe they may face some consequences that will cause them to learn, unfortunately, some not so healthy consequences. But it doesn't mean that you're enabling the person. And if you're going to let go, it doesn't mean that you're powerless. It doesn't mean that you're a weak person or you're powerless. It doesn't mean that.
It takes strong mental energy to deal with that. It doesn't say about you that you are a weak individual. Somebody who is wise will sit down and count the costs of spending their entire life going over and over. We come into that when we come to the chewing of the cud. instead of moving on, bringing a closure and moving on, it takes guts to sit down and say, no, life is too precious. I need to do something about that and start working on it right away.
So it's not that you're admitting that you are powerless. It just means that you have come to realize the outcome is not in your hands.
But that's the stumbling stone, isn't it, for many, believing that I'll look like the weak one if I go to him, if I go to her. I look like a softie.
Yes. But it takes courage.
Yes.
A bold person, somebody who thinks
So
of
I'm
the other
speaking to
person.
you. I'm speaking to you. This thing that you're holding on to, you refuse to let go. You're vengeful. Stop it.
Yes, stop it. And to let go is not to care for, but to care about. So you may not care for what the person is doing, but you care about the person.
Yes.
That's why you let it go. You may not appreciate the unhealthy behavior, but you care for the person. So you're giving them space. As we said, hopefully they will learn from their mistakes. So to let go is not to fix. You can't fix the other person if they don't want to be fixed.
But you hear people saying, I'm going to fix him up. I'll fix her up. Naiwange. We can't really fix people.
No, we can't. We can only fix ourselves.
Yes.
And
Even in the medical practitioners, after stitching up a wound, they're hoping that the cells will do their job and reunite again, build themselves back together. So we can only hope that whether it's counseling, talk therapy, or whether it's a physical injury that we're attending to, we can only hope that the individual takes the advice and do what they're supposed to do to bring about healing. Even the medical practitioner, he says to you, like I remember when I got injured in St. Vincent, I kept my hand like this. And the medical practitioner said, you need to give that therapy. You need
Yes.
to exercise that. And because I took heed, my left hand is faster than my right hand when it comes to music now. So if I didn't take heed, or dear Keena didn't take heed, maybe she would be coughing her head out today.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, that is definitely
So
true.
folks, we can only dispense the information with love, with and in amalgamation with our experience and the experience of others being counselors. But we cannot drive you to drink. We can only take you to the water, but you have to open your mouth and swallow, or lap, lap.
so you're saying it's time for me to let go. It doesn't mean that you want to fix the person. You are letting go because you realize what I need is to be supportive. I can be
But you
supportive.
want to free yourself first.
Yes.
and be supportive to the individual.
And we can think of parents as well. We have adult children and we still want to fix them.
Yes.
A number of parents out there, when they call and to make an appointment for somebody, and they said, I'm making an appointment for my son. When I ask, how old is that son? They would say something like 35 years. I'm like, okay, this is an adult, and you need to allow this adult to reach out for help.
Or else he will be an old man and he will still be dependent on mama to make a counseling appointment for him or her, that is. Let's not be sexy, said.
Yes, Simon. Okay, so to let go is not to judge, but to allow another to be a human being. So you're not letting go thinking of yourself as a judge, but you have realized that, look, this is a human being prone to make errors, and they have not seen the error of their ways. They do not want help. You can't control them, you can't fix them, you can't do anything that they don't want you to do.
But again, when it comes to the parent of your child, you want that person to survive. You want that person to be mentally healthy, to help you bring your child to social and economic self-sufficiency. So assessing the situation, or judging the situation, or judging the person, and wishing that they would come to some harm as a result of them not being able to be with you is not in the best interest of your child or children. Suppose you pass away and the child has a good relationship with his dad or her mom or his mom. What are you saying? So we are appealing to you while we are busy trying to curb crime in our country. Remember, crime, at the root of crime is avarice, greed, selfishness, hatred, bitterness, unforgiveness. Remember that. Are you guilty of any of these? Are you?
And of course, to let go is not to be in the middle arranging all the outcomes. Unfortunately, I speak about parents because I have a lot of information about parents. We want to fix everything for our children. We want to actually dictate their destinies, dictate to them who they should love and who they should not love, what they should do. Sometimes we want our children to follow in our footsteps academically and professionally. If we're a doctor, we would want them to be a doctor. So we actually lay out the path for their life. But we never ask them, is that what you want to do?
We have an example of that right in our camp. Our son didn't want to be involved in counseling. Our daughter didn't want to be involved in counseling. Our son wanted to be an engineer, structural engineer. Our daughter, what she wanted to do, I can't even remember.
Sure.
But she's very good at art, very good in the architectural field. I think she would do better than both Phil and myself. But then both of them end up she's now a counselor and happy at it. But we didn't force that. We gave them what was necessary. We laid the foundation to bring them to social and economic self-sufficiency. That means to be independent.
So we allow them to effect their own destinies. They need to know for themselves. I mean, it's long term. You've gone to school for a number of years, but then the rest of your life you're going to be doing something that you enjoy.
Yes.
I think that would bring some benefits to you, and you enjoy it. That's the most important thing. If you're in a profession that you're not enjoying, I mean, you just have to get up, and it's like, get up, go to work, and I'm not happy in the place that I am working. But sometimes you have no choice. That's the only job you got. But you can still work towards what you want, especially the young ones. I mean, life is short, and you need to go for what you want to do. If you need to educate yourself a little further in that area, that specific area, do that. Go online, get a program, educate yourself.
Well, we were already adults when we had to turn 180 degrees.
True.
From being involved in the architectural field for 30 years, and you working with the government in a different field, and to turn around, and I'm very comfortable in what I'm doing right now.
Yes, it doesn't. Age is not a factor. Whatever age you're at and you want to change your profession and you have the means of doing it.
Well, life and health is important. That's
yes,
what you
you
really...
have the means of doing it, then go for it.
And give yourself the best opportunity at being in health, so that if you decide to change your profession later. But we are aware that alcohol consumption, drugs consumption can really take its toll on our thinking and feeling and decision-making faculties, and yet we go for it. So we're encouraging you, letting go. You have children. Sometimes you don't want to let them go, but they have to. If you don't want to let them go, you will let them go eventually, because we will not live on for forever. So we have to prepare them for when we are not around, to stand on their feet.
So to let go is not to be protective, it's to permit the other person to face reality. So you have come to realize that, look, I cannot protect that person forever. So you need to let go and allow the person to face reality for themselves. Because if you continuously jumping in and coming to their rescue, they will not face reality. Because mom is always bailing me out, whether it's from jail, prison, whatever it is. But we allow them to face the reality, to face the consequences of that behavior when jumping to their rescue.
Claire, you smiled when you said whether it's from prison, but some parents, this is my son, this is my daughter. I will not allow my daughter or my son to spend one day in prison. That's a very foolish idea. If your son gets or daughter gets in trouble with the law by accident, things happen, defending
Yes.
themselves.
Yes.
My son will not spend any time in prison if I can afford it, or my daughter. But if you were assisted once and you involve in criminal activity, hear me out. I will not encourage you to hurt others. You understand that? Parents listening to me, I'm a good parent. My children are no longer under my jurisdiction, but they still call me daddy, your advice, your guidance. When my son was 14 years of age, here is how we let go. Son, I love you, but somebody loves their daughter. Now, if you're having fun at school, you're forming the fool, you'll get drunk, and some form of abuse, especially sexual abuse, passes by, I will stand by you and the person's daughter. But if you leave your home and you enter a young lady's premises or somebody's premises, and you rape that individual, this is what I said to my son. It may sound harsh. Son, I will volunteer. You rape and kill, I will volunteer to pull the gallows. My son looked at me. I said, yes, son, I love you, but somebody else loved their daughter. My son told me he never forgot that. But that did its job. Yes, we have to care for ourselves, but we have to care for our neighbor. While you are hurting, somebody else is hurting. So while we can encourage our children by being there for them, you did something, you get into trouble, we'll stand by you. But if that behavior is hurting others and it becomes a lifestyle, we will not support you. We will let go. I hope you get it.
Now, according to one writer, some people experience what he called rumination. According to him, rumination means focusing mainly on the negative content, generally past or present, and he said this can result in emotional distress.
Don't forget, here's an easy way to remember it. In a room, rumination. Okay?
You're stuck in the room.
Yes.
So we have some examples of some temporary rumination. It can be continually worrying about an upcoming test
Okay.
or reliving an important conversation. The melancholies are famous for that. You have a conversation and you go home, and instead of falling asleep, you're on your bed thinking about what, I wonder if I said it right. I
Yep.
wonder if I did it right.
Yep.
That's called rumination. And thinking about a meaningful event that happened in the past, something that you cannot change. Now
Okay. As we are aware, the melancholy temperament is prone in that direction.
yes,
They would do a lot of thinking. They wouldn't share what they are thinking. They would not externalize it. But when they go to bed, they would go over that over and over again, and I think you have something coming up to help them understand.
but in a way, it's not bad in a way. Before you go to bed, you reminisce on the past day, what I did I do something I can correct? Did I say the right thing?
Was I a blessing to somebody today?
Yes. But to think of it in terms of, my goodness, I made a mistake. I should never have said that. I should never have done that. And you keep reliving that. Instead of falling asleep, it's just playing like a tip in your head. That's what we're speaking about.
Kina doesn't look like somebody who ruminates, right?
No, not really. No.
Oh, good for you. Very good for you.
Uh-huh.
I had to learn the hard way.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We all do it, Kina.
Mm-hmm.
I made a mistake. Boy, I wonder what that person thinks of me. I wonder.
And the person is probably sleeping soundly.
Yeah.
I know, right? And
Yes.
you're overthinking.
But as we mature, and in my case, I don't do any negative thinking anymore. I trained my mind. When I put my head on my pillow, no way, I don't think of anything counseling except it's time to close my consciousness or appreciate my unconsciousness. And I have been working on it for years, and I'm there. I sleep very well.
So that word rumination, it came from the 1500s, and it actually is a Latin verb, ruminare. It means to chew the cud. And we can use it as a metaphor. I think everybody knows what it means to chew the cud. We see the cows doing it all the time.
You sure about that, everybody? I
I
wonder.
think so. Everybody should know what it is to chew
Okay.
the cud.
Claire's very nice.
Yes, she is.
But the good news is that we can break rumination. How? If you find that your mind is, you're so focused on this one thing, you could go for a 5-minute run, enjoy the outdoors, look at the flowers and so on. So you remove your mind from that thing that is causing.
Anything, if you love some sport, like you and I, we appreciate tennis.
Mhm.
And if there's something going on, like we missed Mr. Meow, we didn't go thinking. We looked for him, and
Yeah, he left for the whole day.
which was unusual after we took care of his going astray after the females. But we, after our work, we went to look at tennis. Forgot about him. Nighttime, I went around looking. But when you chew on something you have no control over, then you start becoming paranoid as you age. You're thinking, maybe it's because of that. Maybe the neighbor killed my cat. Maybe this, maybe that. And you start thinking negatively, and it eats away at your sanity.
So you need to allow your brain to switch gears. You go into another gear. Something else that can stop rumination. Remember, we said it's continually doing something. You're continually thinking about this thing that happened to you in the past.
Yes.
You're continually worrying about something. You're continually worrying about this conversation that you had. Continually worrying about this thing that happened during the day, which you had no control over. So we're saying it's like chewing the cud. And let's look at chewing the cud versus rumination. Cows regurgitate partially digested food to chew it again. As humans, we revisit thoughts, experiences, or truths to reflect more deeply. So you see, it's not a negative thing for us, chewing the
Right.
cud or rumination.
We observed that the animal would find a cool spot underneath some
Yes.
tree, and there would be going over and over again.
It would lie down.
Yes.
And for the cows, it helps break down tough fibers for better digestion.
Hmm.
And for humans, healthy rumination, it helps us process complex emotions, memories, or spiritual insights. Now, for the cows, it's a sign of health. and it calms the cows.
Mm.
So healthy rumination leads to clarity, healing, and growth, especially when guided by truth. Now that's very important, guided by truth. Because sometimes we may be ruminating on something that we're not even sure of.
There we go.
You know, somebody might just say something to you, you don't even know if the person said the truth to you.
Or a little macocot, a good friend of yours, probably they passed you on the road. They didn't see you. But that's your little, we like to say in the Creole, macocot moi, my close, dear friend. And the person may have had a problem. That happened to me when our son fell very ill.
Mm-hmm.
And I seemed to have passed somebody, and that person went to my mom and said all kind of things. But it all turned out that I was taken up with our son's challenge, and I didn't see the individual. So what Claire is saying there, you may be ruminating over something that is not existential. It doesn't exist. The person doesn't have you on their mind. Yes, you are their friend, but their mind was taken up with something else that day, that morning, that afternoon. And there you go. I wonder what I did. Maybe the other day when I had my party, and you start to search yourself and think and think and think.
So simply put, those persons who practice rumination, they have the tendency to think excessively about the same things. And according to an article in the American Psychological Association Monitor on Psychology, people who ruminate often have a history of trauma and believe that ruminating helps them gain insight. They believe that.
Yes, we need to inject here a solution one time. If you pass somebody, a good friend, you know that's your good friend. It's just like, let's say, Kina. Okay? We use Kina. Kina makes us, she brings joy to us every time we're here. Thank you, Kina.
You're welcome.
Right. Let us say we are going down the road in our vehicle, and she is under a tree in the rain. She saw the vehicle. She remembered the number. I will get a lift into the city. But we just passed straight.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of ruminating, call us. We have said we love you. You're a good friend. Claire, I was in the rain. You passed me. Is everything okay? And she tell you, but we were taking Phil to the hospital. There you go. Mm-hmm. You save yourself hours of senseless thinking or ruminating or chewing that cud negatively. You get it, Kina?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Call the person, clarify it right away instead of thinking. That's your friend.
Mm-hmm. So focusing mainly on the negative content, that's where it's not healthy. So there's healthy rumination. We think about the day's events and what you did and what can I do to correct it, what I did good and what I'm taking from what I did, what I think I should not repeat, stuff like that. But we're speaking about the negativity part of it. So rumination focuses mainly on negative content. It results in nothing else but emotional distress.
Yes.
I mean, your emotions will be unstable and you'll be in distress. So it may actually make it more difficult to solve problems. It will make it more difficult to solve problems. And it will prevent you from moving forward.
Claire, our time, I was so taken up with what you were sharing, I forgot that we had to open the lines 12 on the dot. Mm-hmm. We are 10 after, so just wrap this point up nicely, and then we'll open the lines. Don't forget, put your finger on this dial, 572-9710, and the WhatsApp line, 287-0971. Did I say that sweet like you, Kina?
Yeah, you did, actually.
That's not true.
No, you did. You did a good job.
You
did a good job.
Okay.
Yes. So we have good news for you folks. We spoke about you doing all the wrong things. But you can let go of the past. You can make a commitment. Tell yourself, you know what? I am not I heard Kina saying her research that it's good to speak to yourself. You did say that.
Yes, I
during
did.
the
That's
week,
what
right?
the scientists are now saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you make that commitment to do what you have to do to let
But
go.
not negatively, though. That
Not
must
Right.
be clarified.
to let go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Choose. In fact, you choose to let go. You make that choice.
But research would show us that people speak more negatively to themselves unless they're taught.
Mm-hmm.
I'm such a fool. Why, damn
I'm
it,
an-
why did I do that?
I'm an idiot.
I'm an
Yes,
idiot.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I've said that about myself.
Really?
I've said
Till
that.
you were told otherwise, right?
Yes. And don't ignore your feelings. Don't live in denial and say you're not angry when you know you're angry.
Yes, especially
But you
in
know
the
what?
arena of
I am
forgiveness.
angry. Be honest with yourself. Face those emotions and stop saying, okay, I am not angry when you know you are.
The supine.
I'm ashamed.
Yes.
I'm guilty. I'm embarrassed.
Yes.
You know, you face those emotions.
The supine would say that I am hurt when they are really angry.
Mm-hmm.
And this is self-destructive. If you're hurting, be angry. The good book says don't do wickedness, don't sin.
Be angry, but do not sin.
Yeah, do not hurt people in the process.
And so you take responsibility where you need to, right? And remember that you're living in the present. And practice mindfulness, and that's important. So give me a few minutes to go through that. Meaning, all it means is to live in the present. When we speak about mindfulness, we're speaking about living in the present. Noticing small joys such as the taste of a delicious meal, the warmth of the sun, although it's so hot these days, on the skin, spending time in nature, bringing attention back to the environment whenever the mind wanders, engaging in creative hobbies such as drawing or playing a musical instrument, and so on. So enjoying life, looking around. Some of us, we don't have time to see the beautiful flowers, to see nature.
Claire, some people don't have time to pick the fruit that's in their backyard. It's
Goes
wasting.
to waste.
Yeah.
Mm.
They don't have time to go and pick their little coconut and sit down and enjoy it. They don't. They spend more time quarreling and hurting and planning and being vengeful. And we're wondering, where did I get myself into this mess that I'm in today? Life has passed me by. I have not enjoyed the money I work hard for.
Yes, so we're going to wrap up. Be careful. Of course, be open to forgiveness.
Yes.
When you're letting go, we spoke about forgiveness, but you need to let go of the need to always be in control.
Mm.
We spoke about that. So as we wrap up, we hope that you're assisted, and you need to know when it's time to seek help. If you realize you can't
Yes.
let go, then it's time to seek help. The negative thoughts, the emotions, you cannot process them. You need to see a therapist. So as we said in the preamble, letting go of the past is not easy, particularly if a person has experienced emotional pain that is unresolved. However, there are ways to move on from the past and improve your mental health in the process. And this could include finding a safe space to process your difficult feelings, cultivating self-compassion, practicing mindfulness in order to be more present in the moment. And with time, memories from the past can become easier to deal with. Realize we didn't say it will disappear.
That's right.
The memories it will just become easier to deal with. So as we wrap up.
With this, we going over to Kina so that she could open the lines or the line.
So it's about time for you to call. We love to hear from you. What resonated most with you today? Call us, share your thoughts, 572-9710. That's the studio line, 572-9710 or 287 0971. Maybe it was something Dr. Phil or Claire said about letting go that stands out for you, or allowing others to stand on their own two feet. Or perhaps when Dr. Phil spoke about parents to not use their child against, another parent, and he did mention that it is abuse. Maybe something else stuck with you when they spoke about letting go and not being overprotective, but permitting that individual that you love, even could be your son, could be your friend, your daughter, to face the reality for themselves. There's so many things that both Dr. Phil and Claire spoke on. Numbers again, 572-9710 or 287-0971. And they also spoke on rumination.
That's
yes,
right.
rumination. And that's the constant going over the past or wrongdoings about the future. They touched on that as well. And remember, when it's negative, it doesn't help, because they stress that when it's negative, it's not a good thing. It only would bring you emotional distress. It clouds your judgment as well. And that's something that they mentioned and prevents us from moving forward. And today's focus is on letting go, because healthy reflections brings growth. So that's something I would want to add. But negative, it's away at your own peace. So the numbers to call, 572-9710, 572-9710. Tell us what stood out for you. What was the reminder that, you cannot just leave this, listening to this program and not do differently in your life? Or is there a challenge that, something that Dr. Phil or Claire said and it really resonated with you, and you think, hey, I'm going to challenge myself to be a better individual in my life and to do better with the individuals around me? The numbers again, 572-9710 or 287-0971. And a bit later on as well, we're going to decide on the winner. We have the box right here.
That's right there.
And we're going to dip or that name in the box, and whoever that individual is will walk away with a check for 200 smackaroos.
That's right. Now call us quickly. We have 13 minutes and we want 5 callers. 5 callers.
The first 5 callers,
First 5.
let us know what really resonated with you
No
in today's
5.
program.
We must get 5.
We have someone calling.
Beautiful.
Dr. Phil. Good morning. Thank you for calling. Hello? Hello? You're not sure what's happening with him. Okay, you could continue on, Dr. Phil.
Yes. And later on, as Christmas draws near, we want this gift to increase. So we want to make sure that you're interested. This is our contribution towards our country. No one is paying us to do that. We want to do it, but we just want to know that you're interested and you want to keep this program on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.5. Look at Claire looking
We
at
have
me.
a caller on the line, Dr. Phil and Claire. Hi, hello, good morning. Thank you for calling again.
Hello, good morning. Good afternoon or morning.
I'm saying good morning, so it's good afternoon. Thank you for I'm still in that space.
I want 5 calls, so you have half a minute.
Okay, so good afternoon, Tina. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Phil. Good afternoon, Claire. Yeah, thanks for accepting my call.
All right.
Dr. Phil, this word forgiveness, that's a heavy, heavy word. And yet still it's so hard to drop.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and because I'm saying, if my spouse, like, I forgive her, I drop, I release her, but if she comes with something that caused me to forgive her, or do me something that caused me to forgive her, should I mention it to her? I'll listen on the radio.
I'm not too sure as to what he wanted to know, because he mentioned release, which is an aspect of letting go.
Mm-hmm.
You can listen. Listen.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, because we want somebody else to call. If somebody comes back, they do the same thing again. Remember, the person who inaugurated forgiveness, a disciple of his said, should I forgive 70 times 70? It would suggest that the person went through the process. the person, according to
Repented.
Jesus Christ, came to you, repented. That means they knew or know that they did some damage, and they're willing to show you that they're feeling sorry for that. And if that person come to you 70 times 7 in the day, that's just to show you how important it is to release people. But this was dependent on if you understand that how many times in the day we ask our Heavenly Father to forgive us. That's the whole philosophy behind it. You come to God, if that's your philosophy of life, and you ask for forgiveness. So in the same measure, I want you to release others. Hello, good morning to you.
Hi, hello, good afternoon.
You all keep saying good morning.
Well, it's good morning somewhere in the world.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear us? Hello? Okay, nothing. Can you call back? Whoever you are, call back. You saying, Dr. Phil?
Yes.
We're speaking about the word forgiveness, and we say
We have to
in
keep-
the Lord's Prayer we say, "Forgive us as we forgive."
Yes. But there is a criteria. My brother offended, go to him.
Hi,
If he
good
repents.
afternoon. Thanks for calling. I had
Hello,
a call.
good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Phil. Good afternoon to your wife also, and to Kina.
Who is that
Good
person called me
afternoon.
Pastor there? So sweet. Good afternoon to you, my dear. Talk to me.
Yes, well, for me, the program was interesting. Well, I've learned a lot from where I was and where I'm at today.
Okay.
And it reminds me of a lot of things concerning, although I'm still battled with certain things, but thank God I have it under control with the help that I've found
Okay.
with y'all through talking and listening through all the programs that y'all have. So I thank God for that.
Okay. Beautiful.
So I'm
Well
listening.
said.
I did listen today.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Thank
Thank
you
you
for calling.
so much for calling.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
The numbers to call again 572-9710. That's the studio line. WhatsApp number.
Don't forget we need
287. So we have 2 so far, Mr. Sylvester. I also have the name of the other person. I took it down from your WhatsApp profile. Thank you so much for that. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what really resonated with you during today's program. And if you have
a question. Yeah.
feel free to ask. You know, it's okay as well.
And tell us, if you haven't called before, tell us that you're quiet, listening, absorbing, and you want the program to continue. So the sponsors would hear, and they would know that it is an invaluable exercise.
I'm not sure if the gentleman who called was saying like somebody asked to forgive them, you forgive them, they do the same thing, and you forgive them. And if it continues, I think it's time to do some introspection and realize that this person has a problem with whatever area that
Mhm.
they are trying to probably get some help. They need help. Because doing the same thing over and over again and coming to ask for forgiveness, that means there's something going on that we're not aware of, and it's time to do some talk therapy.
Well, you would be saying, I don't really want forgiveness, I want help.
Mhm. So we have to decipher what the person is experiencing.
Because once you're going to ask for forgiveness, it means that the injury done to the person is causing you hurt yourself. You want to release from that hurt that you're hurting because you cause discomfort. So you're coming to that person begging, I don't want to feel that way. I want to be enjoying life with you again. I want to show you that I'm sorry. I cannot say it will never happen to you again because I'm not gone, but I will try my best not to hurt you. What can I do to make you feel better, to have us to be spontaneous in life again? Don't forget to call us. The time is going by quickly.
572-9710.
If we don't have 5 names, we cannot put anything in the box.
But Dr. Phil, you know what really resonated with me? Just there are many things that did, but I'll just like to highlight that one. That reminder that we can't, fix people. We could only fix ourselves.
Yes.
And that really resonated with me. It hit home because so often when someone hurts us or when, our children, I'm using Snow there for a little bit. When would Snow behave? She wasn't doing that before and why is it happening? Or, your friends or family. And sometimes you actually said, you'll straighten them out. Someone else is calling. Good morning. Good afternoon.
That's okay, Kina, because remember, we are global.
Oh, yes, too. It says still coming. I'm not quite sure if there's something wrong with our WhatsApp platform. I will close and open again, and I will maybe try to reach out to that person on the platform. Let's see what happens. Okay, the person is calling back, so that worked. Hi, good afternoon, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Carly.
Colleen.
Colleen Emmanuel.
Okay.
Yes. Well, today for me, I'm now learning that I need to allow my son to I am now learning how to
Take your
I
time.
know what I want to say, but I'm nervous.
Teaching
go
your son
ahead.
to be
It's okay.
independent.
Yes. And not to be in control of him all the not to be overprotective all the
That's
time.
right. That's right.
Because like you always say from your previous programs, we won't be there all the time.
That's right. So you
so he
have
has to learn.
prepare
Yes.
him for the inevitable.
Yes.
And it's not good to
Yes.
say, I will always be there for you. That's a lie.
Yes,
I
that's
will-
what I remember you always
Yes.
say that.
I will try my best to assist you as long as I'm around. But to say that I will always be there for you, you're making yourself God.
Because he's 3 years old and I always watch him like, don't do this, don't climb on there. Like that's too overprotective.
No. If you said to him, don't climb up there and it's dangerous, you don't want him climbing on the stove, that's your responsibility to
yes.
protect him. But when he's of age and he's capable of cleaning his own room and washing dishes and stuff like that, right now he's a baby. So mommy has to protect him as much as possible. But overprotecting is what he's supposed to be doing for himself and learning for himself. Okay, sweetheart?
And it's okay for him to fall at that age.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I mean.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, I want to try not to let him fall. I'm always there. But now I'm learning that I need to stop. I need
Yes,
to
but you
pull
have to
back
watch
everything.
where you allowed him to fall, to stumble.
Yes, yes.
And when he stumbles
yes.
and he's okay, don't beat up yourself for it as long as he's okay.
And can I ask a question, please?
But let us allow for another
Yeah,
caller
let
because
her ask the question and if we can probably answer it another time.
yes, okay.
Go ahead,
Do
Colleen.
you think that this program is a counseling session? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your contribution,
No, we
Colleen.
can't, because of what counseling is. It indeed can help you with issues that does not necessitate the privacy and confidentiality of a counseling room. But there are things that you don't want the public to know, and you need to be in the privacy of a counselor's office. But indeed, we cover enough material
To help.
that you can get a tip as to how to handle certain situations that may resolve itself in the counseling room.
Yes, and remember we said our mission is to equip you with the tools,
Yes.
truth, and encouragement for you, the listener, the viewer, to enjoy your life to the fullest.
Yes.
Yes, so it's
Like how to take care of your son and stuff like that. Not to become a stoic in his life. Give him the freedom to behave. Give him the freedom to make mistakes as he grows up and to learn from his mistakes. Mm-hmm.
and some persons will take the information and use it to their benefit.
Yes.
Others may still need to visit a counselor.
Yes. For coping strategies with
Yes.
some debilitating behavior from a spouse or child.
So
Yes, call us, folks. The time is almost gone. 572-9710 or 287-0971. We need two more.
Two more callers, yeah.
Yes, so that the 5 names could go in the box.
So in the meantime, I guess whilst we're waiting for the other individuals to call, we could go and try to choose the winner. You know, so many people have called over the during the last few programs, and their names have been put in the box. So that box is right over there, and maybe Dr. Phil or Claire would do the honors of choosing today's winner. Let's see who. Yeah, let's see who.
Remember, call while we're doing that call so that your name could be entered for the next time around.
0971 or 572-9710. The numbers again, 287-0971 or 572.
Take one, Keena.
572-9710. Okay, I got a name. There you are.
Now, let's see.
Let's see.
Drum roll.
Oh my gosh.
This name is Greek.
Greek?
Look at
Let's
the
see.
name you have.
Oh, Iphigenia.
Oh,
Iphigenia Ketwana.
there we go.
Iphigenia.
Is she in St. Lucia?
No, she's not.
Oh,
She
She'll
is
have to
in
give
Canada.
She'll have to give us
Yeah.
a name.
yes.
Iphigenia
listening.
Ketwana, if you're listening, she actually sent a message earlier, and she says, oh, so she's off now, but I'll send her a text message. She says, I have a 12 p.m. appointment. I'll be missing the last half of today's program. So
Okay,
she
okay.
actually sent a message on WhatsApp earlier. So I will reach out to her
Yes.
on our WhatsApp platform, because that's where she sent that message, to our WhatsApp platform there. Also, Pious Nappy, yeah, man. Let's see if anyone has any questions on our social media pages. Sometimes they do. I'm just gonna go there briefly. Pious Nappy, yeah, man, touched base, and he just loved what's happening. So he sends hearts and says 100%. So
Beautiful.
thank you for the feedback. As we continue, so many things, Dr. Phil and Claire, really resonated with me today, and I took note of it. One big piece was that the courage it takes to truly let go. So often we think that letting go is a form of weakness, and the way you broke it down and said, no, it's not. Like we're giving up, or we're failing in some way. But as you continued and I talked about it, it actually takes immense strength to recognize
Yes,
that
it
some
does.
outcomes are not our control, and to step back with love. That's something else. You say step back with love instead of holding on with bitterness. That really, really hit me, because
we
when
go.
somebody hurts us, gosh,
Yeah.
that can be
Yes.
painful.
Okay.
Psychological
It affects us in so many different
sometimes
ways.
is worse than physical pain.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right. And another point you that really stuck with me is about using children as messengers or counselors. That really struck a chord with me, because it's so easy for parents to unintentionally, to place adult burdens on their children, and they don't
Tina?
realize that they're doing it.
The time is just speeding by.
Right.
Let me appeal again. We don't want to leave the studio.
572-9710. 572-9710. That's the studio line. 287-0971. Let us know what really,
Two
really
calls away from
resonated
putting
with
5
you.
names in the box. Without 5 names, none goes in the box.
Someone sends a message and says, I can relate. I'm always worried. Right. So she's famous for this rumination. So she sent a message that she can't call because she's at work.
Okay.
Do
So-
you have a name?
Yes, I do.
Because she wanted to call, so that's okay. Here again,
So-
you can contact us if you just can't call, but you'd
Yes.
like to call, so that we have 4.
So we have 4 names now. Oh, we have 4.
Don't forget, we're building up for the Christmas season, where I'm going to be looking for sponsors for $500 for December. It's going to be a big thing.
Okay.
So to remind our listeners, letting go of the past is not always easy. We know that.
One more call, please, because we have to exit the studio in a while. 572-9710. 287-0971. 572-9710.
2870971. Let us know what really resonated with you. If you can't call, if you have a text message, do so, because some individuals do reached out on the WhatsApp platform as well. If you're at work and you're not able to make that call.
There we go.
Yes, I think we need to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's just sad that we have 4 names.
Mr. Sylvester, Shailene, Curleen, and Miss Allen. Right.
And the next $200 could be yours just for that call. Okay. So with this, Claire, I'm happy we're able to be here and dealing with a very sensitive subject matter. Quite a number of persons battle with letting go when it comes to relationships. And we need to understand we don't have to tear people down, destroy their reputation to let go. Some of us, to get a divorce or to divorce somebody or separate ourselves from somebody, we have to find out every evil thing about them and make it public until there's nothing left again. And most times these people have children, the common bond between the two of them. You're listening to The Healing Process, and we're looking forward to seeing you same time, same place. And even as we're leaving, if you call Keena, I wanted to say this, Keena will put your name down and put the 5 names in the box. All right, Claire, any?
It's just to say, be careful that you don't allow resentment to dictate your feelings.
Yes.
Let it go.
Let it go. All right. Is there anything that we have to let go, Claire?
Let go of Keena right now.
Oh my gosh,
Timely.
I love that. That was so timely.
Yes.
I'm going to be laughing the entire day. Thank you so much for that joke.
Claire, where did that come from?
I have no idea. It just popped up in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Oh my
let
gosh.
me
We
obey.
did that.
Bye, folks.
This
It's a
has
pleasure
been the
being with
healing
you.
process right here on Rev-Up Slu 95.9 FM.
Yes.
Have you noticed behavioral changes in self and loved ones that trouble you? You're losing your mind, but it just wouldn't go away. Well, join Dr. Phil, clinical counselor, and his beloved Clarissa, counseling psychologist, on The Healing Process every Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. That's The Healing Process, Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Let the healing process begin.